Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmate. Our topic for today is all about the Indigenous Multistorey system and Wise Terraces forest system. Indigenous Multistorey system and Wise Terraces forest system are two different agricultural practices that have been developed by indigenous communities in different parts of the world. Indigenous multi-story system. The indigenous multi-story system refers to a traditional agricultural practice in which multiple crops are grown in a vertical arrangement, utilizing the available space efficiently. This system is often used in regions with limited and land resources. In this system, different types of crops are grown at different heights, allowing for maximum utilization of sunlight and soil nutrients. For example, in some indigenous communities in South America, crops like maize, beans, and squash are grown together in a multi-layered arrangement where the taller maize provides a support structure for the climbing beans and the squash covers the ground, reducing weed growth and soil erosion. So I explained that indigenous multi-story system is an agricultural practice employed by indigenous communities in various parts of the world. This system involves planting different crops in a vertical arrangement, utilizing the available space efficiently by growing crops at different heights such as tall crops providing support for climbing crops and ground-covering crops, reducing weed growth. Indigenous communities can maximize sunlight exposure and nutrient utilization in their fields. These methods allows for the cultivation of multiple crops simultaneously, promoting biodiversity and increasing crop yields. Indigenous communities have developed this system based on their deep understanding of local ecosystems and the interdependencies between different plant species. So, second one is the rice terraces forest system. The rice terraces forest system is a traditional farming method practiced in mountainous regions, particularly in Southeast Asia. It involves the cultivation of rice in terraces, fields built into the steep slopes of mountains. These terraces are constructed by hand, with each terrace forming level platform that holds water for rice cultivation. The terraces are often built in a stair-like pattern, allowing water to flow from one terrace to another. The construction of this terrace not only prevents soil erosion, but also enables efficient water management. Moreover, the terraces also create microclimates that support the growth of diverse flora and fauna, contributing to the ecological balance of the area. So, both the indigenous multi-story system and the rice terraces forest system are examples of sustainable farming practices that have been developed by indigenous communities. Over centuries, this system not only provides food security and livelihood opportunities for the communities but also demonstrates a harmonious relationship between humans and the environment. So I explained the rice terraces forest system is a traditional farming technique commonly practiced in mountainous regions, particularly in South Asia. This system involves carving terrace fields into steep slopes of mountain to cultivate rice. These terraces are manually constructed, creating level platforms that retain water for rice cultivation. The terraces are built in a step-like fashion, allowing water to flow from the terrace to another, preventing soil erosion and efficiently managing water resources. Additionally, the construction of these terraces creates microclimates that support the growth of diverse flora and fauna. The terraces mimic the natural forest ecosystem, promoting ecological balance and enhancing the resilience of the agricultural system. So, this both indigenous multi-story system and the rice terraces forest system are examples of indigenous knowledge and sustainable farming practices. The system demonstrates the ingenuity and wisdom in indigenous communities in harmonizing agricultural practices with the environment by maximizing land use, promoting biodiversity, and preserving natural resources. This system contributes to food security, ecological sustainability, and the preservation of cultural heritage.
Ifugao Rice Terraces Mountain Landscape. The major characteristic of the Ifugao Rice Terraces mountain landscape are the series of paddy rice terraces constructed along the contours of the mountain slopes, and the forest locally called Muyong and Pinugo. On the upper portion of the terrace farm, Payo, on the ridges of the mountain slopes. One can also notice intermittent small patches of Sweden farms. The terraces located at the lower portion of the slopes are wider and supported by stone retaining walls. As the slopes get steeper, narrower paths, which are sometimes less than 2 meters wide, occur and are not supported by stone walls. The spaces between terraces along the slope vary less than 0.5 meters and sometimes reaching as high as 5 meters.
Ifugao Rice Terraces, Agricultural Heritage System Dynamic Conservation and Practices. An outstanding upland agro-system using indigenous forests. Waterland management, irrigation, and bench. Terracing engineering principles has been practiced for over 2,000 years in the landlocked mountainous province of Ifugao in the Cordillera region of northern Luzon, Philippines. It is a product of the dedication and industriousness of the Ifugaos in response to a mountainous habitat. The Muyong or Pinugo rice terraces farming system occurring at an elevation above 1,000 above sea level is a series of benches of irrigation terraces curved out following the contour of the mountain slope, which are devoted to growing rice. The terraces rice paddies in the municipalities of Banawe, Hingyon, Hungduan, Kiangan, Lingawe, Mayoyaw, and Tinok, cover of surface area. Naman natin na ang Ifugao ay tirahan ng ating mga katutubo. The Ifugao are divided into subgroups based on the differences in dialect, tradition, and design. Color of costume. The main subgroup are Ayangan, Kalungaya, and Tuwali. Ang Ifugao ay isa sa mga lugar na masasabi nating malaking parte nito ang hindi na-impluwensyahan ng mga Espanyol. Ang mga katutubong matatagpuan dito ay mayroong mayamang kultura at tradisyon bago pa man dumating ang mga Espanyol. Mayroon na silang sariling paraan ng pamumuhay na hanggang ngayon ay mapapansin pa rin mula sa dokumentaryong Bulubunduking Buhay na ilarawan dito ang iba't ibang gawain at tungkulin ng kalalakihan at kababaihan. Mahalaga ang papel ng mga lalaki sa Ifugao, gayon din ang mga babae.